Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Love roll call.
Dan Pillow,
Here.
Lisa Stadford, Ann Dalton. Ann Pillow,
Here.
Linda Martin. Here. Pam Jackson.
Here.
Before we go any further, you should have received a copy in your box dated October 27th to the mayor and to Margret Dozier, to Mayor Lisa Mear, to Margret Dozier, members of the Addyston Village Council, to my colleagues and my friends. Due to certain physical issues, I regret to inform you that as of October 31st, 2021, I will be resigning from council. With the election coming up soon after this date, I have no doubt you will find a substitute person to take my place. It's been my honor and pleasure to have been a part of this council. Sincerely, Dan Dalton. And today, you received one when you come in tonight. This is from Lisa Stadford. Dear Mear, I want to inform you that as of today, October 31st, 2021, I'm resigning from my position as council member. Sincerely, Lisa Stadford.
We need a motion on that.
It would be good to have it in the minutes.
Council, what's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Dan Dalton. Do we need to do them separate?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Linda Martin. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Excuse me.
Yay.
Linda Martin. Yay. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have the one from Lisa Stadford.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Lisa Stafford.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Linda Martin. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, did Mrs. Stafford make mention to anybody why she is resigning? Did anybody?
I did contact her right before the meeting and she said it was too much between family and the meetings and everything and she was just done.
Thank you.
Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin. Yay. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
You received the minutes from October the 18th.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from October the 18th, 2021.
I'll second.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Ann Pillow. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin. Yay. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Then you have pay ordinance 11A, 2021 11A. This is for payroll that was, biweekly payroll that was paid on October the 22nd. Total dispersed from the general fund was $9,762.98.
Make a motion to pay ordinance number 11A, 2021.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Pam Jackson. Is there any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin. Yay. Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And you have 11B, 2021. This is for accounts payable from the COVID Fund, $22,065.91. From the general fund, $1,095.85. From street construction and maintenance repair, $969.56. for a combined total of $24,131.22.
I'll make a motion to accept 11B 2021.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Ann Pillow. Is there any discussion?
I have a question.
Sure.
Since this money was set aside from the COVA fund, was there anything else discussed besides a sign for maybe something else?
There's been things expended from that.
Okay, besides just a sign?
Yeah, there was things that we did in-house. We bought laptops for
Oh, okay.
when we did virtual meetings, and there was different things that was purchased.
With that money?
Yeah, with that
Okay.
money.
Because when I read it, it just said for the Frontier sign, and I thought, that's a lot of money for a sign.
Well, and actually it was more than that. It was like 39,000 total. We
Really?
got like 64,000 in COVID money, and it was almost 41,000 after all the work was done on the sign.
Wow.
But there was other things that were
Because
purchased.
I was going to ask too, was there any list of things you could spend the money on, or did he just give it to you to spend
No,
it?
no, there was a list. We had
Okay.
to go by the list. We purchased touchless,
PPE equipment,
yeah,
Yeah.
hand sanitizer.
Okay,
and in the
Um,
bathrooms.
Just
too.
anything that's related to in the bathrooms. There's a
Touchless
couple
stuff.
contractors that's come in and looked at them, but I'm still waiting for their
oh, and that's going to help with that?
submission to them, to you guys. for
Yeah.
that. So it's just a lot of different variety of
Okay.
things that you're allowed to spend it on.
Yeah, they sent us a whole list, and with that list, I had to send a report to the state government on what we spent it on. And then the money that we got through Hamilton County, we had to send them a list also of what we spent it on. And then when they go through and do the audits, they'll let us know if it's yay or nay.
Okay,
Because they couldn't tell us at the time when we applied and told them what we was using it for.
I know, if they just give you the money and
But
say,
no,
here.
there was a whole list, and there was money that come from Ohio BWC for every year we get money back for, like our rates, and those were really inflated the whole United States because of the COVID money. So there was money, and it was spent on the list they sent us.
Okay,
I do have, I can't remember if I sent this to you or not, but as you know, Ron Llewellyn has been working with Jack of Junior's Heating and Cooling on our HVAC and our heating. They were in and they did some work, and that was already paid for. I mean, it was on one of the other pay ordinances, but now they're actually working in the different zones with the thermostats. And he sent me an email on the Thursday the 28th that they need to come in and work on the air handler, preventive maintenance, lubrication, belts, pulleys, filters, things like that. And he's saying that it's going to be $1,450 for that particular thing that they need to do next.
I think you did.
Is that?
I thought I sent out the email. I tried, when I get these things, I try to get them out to you guys so you
Yeah,
know what's going
Yeah, I
on.
don't have a problem.
No,
That's
no,
just a
not
part of our
taken.
discussion for this ordinance. I think
Please.
we already,
Did we pass
We
that?
were
I'm
discussing-
sorry.
No, that's why I was like, well,
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
getting
getting ahead of
yourself there.
myself. It's been a long
So is
day.
there any other discussion about the ordinance?
yeah, this one thing that I just noticed, and I apologize to Margaret, I didn't get with her earlier, we discussed item number 10. It's a good item. Reimbursed for batteries at the park.
You gave me a receipt from Home Depot, and that's what the receipt said. I didn't know if, I just assumed it was for something over
Okay,
there at the
yeah,
park.
I inadvertently gave you the wrong receipt.
Okay, so I
And
have
have your
it.
check here.
So I actually should have that here. If I don't, it's
Right,
upstairs.
yeah.
But if you'll, get with me afterwards.
I
and
will. I'm sorry, I
I can
didn't
void
see
that
that
out and
earlier.
have
I appreciate
the
it.
receipt.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else? All right, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Lisa, Linda Martin,
yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Okay, now, the thing from Ron Llewellyn, as I said, this is the person that's been coming in and he's trying to get our system up and running. And I think I sent you an email and I said, you know, they're doing these adjustments. What are we going to do about comfort keepers if they come in and want to do something since this new company's been in doing things? How do we handle that? Because we usually get a new contract between now and January from comfort keepers, and it's between $5,800 and $5,900.
I think we should get a quote from Llewellyn.
Okay.
I think we should get a quote and see what their overall price is going to be moving forward. See if it's comparable to who we're using now.
Yeah, I agree.
Because a lot of things, when the comfort people come in, we end up paying it anyway, even though we're paying them the contract.
Yeah, we pay them two parts in the contract.
Yeah.
We pay them for the one, and then the other one is for the controls. It ends up being close to $10,000 because one's like 58 or 59, and then the other one is like 28. So.
And if we get a contract from Comfort, we just hold it until such time as
So what do we do in the meantime if their men show up here for scheduled maintenance when these guys have been doing, the other guys have been
Well, if
doing
they're
stuff?
part of this contract, it wouldn't matter
Yeah.
because we just pretty much end at the end of the year.
But what if they do something that messes up what the second group of people have done
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say.
wow.
Are they supposed to come in?
Who?
Do they have a schedule?
They do come in, like change filters and things like that, but sometimes when they're here if something's not the way, when they're checking the system, if it's not, then they'll say they need to do something.
Then I would suggest we tell them not to touch anything at this
Well,
point.
I just didn't want to take that on my own. I mean,
Right.
it's council's operations,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, because, you know, we need a quote from the other company just to see.
Well, I did mention that to him, and I
How
just
soon
don't
can
have
you
it
get it
yet.
to us?
So,
How soon can you get it?
he
to
said
us?
he didn't tell me how soon he could get it to me, but he does know that Comfort Keepers usually provides us one by the end of the year to be voted on in January. So,
Margret, Llewellyn's background, do they know, I mean, they can fix things with them.
Well,
Is their business,
they service Dearborn
Maintenance.
County School District.
mhm,
He's got a lot of schools and colleges, major businesses that he quoted when he was talking to me.
Mhm.
And he was showing me on his laptop all of the, being able to remote in to set the temperature controls. And we've got set 11 different zones in this building. And they're trying to figure all that out to calibrate it so that it's like if I'm cool, I can turn it up that I won't affect two people down, that we're all sort of in different things. But next time he's here, I'll give somebody a call, and if you're available, I'll say, come and talk to him, because I just don't want to be the middleman all the time.
No, I just want to make sure we're not, that we're going apples to apples, you know, that we know exactly what that new company is able to perform versus what the other company is doing.
Well, so far, I will say we have all been nice and warm. That, you
It
know,
seems more, the
evened
heating
out.
does seem a lot more evened out.
Mhm.
You know, we had cold rooms, hot rooms. He's been addressing a lot of those issues that for
Right.
years Comfort hasn't been.
So are you going to authorize him to do the second part that he's quoted for the 1,400, or do you?
I don't have a problem with that, but someone has to be able to tell Comfort Systems when they come in what's been done and why it's been done. And, you know, so that they don't You get people coming in, it's just like going in your house. One guy comes in, turns it up, another guy comes in, turns it down. You just gotta-
I agree,
you
and
gotta
that's
figure
why I
that
brought it to council's attention, because I thought, you know, if they're doing this and say, I'm not here, and the mayor's not here, and they just stop and tell Erin that, hey, we're here, and she knows who they are from Comfort Keepers, and they go up.
Sure.
And there's, you know, they get in there and say, well, who did this? And they start, I mean, I'm just trying to head the problem off. That's all I was trying to do.
Or they could be doing the same thing and paying for it twice.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't want to beat this horse to death, but we don't want to keep paying the new group while the old guys are under contract. And
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we could probably put a note in there or a sign in there, something in there
Council.
saying that, you know, don't do anything, call this person or something like that.
Council, Ron, if you have something you want to say, would you like to?
I just think, I mean, if we're gonna do Llewellyn, let's make a point to their contract with this vote, to let them know that they need to send an advisory letter to Comfort Keepers to what they've done to this point.
Yes.
I was about to say,
And something along that lines.
why
yeah.
don't we just notify them
Yeah.
to hold for the time being?
Yeah.
They still have their contract
Right.
until it expires, but just ask them
That's
to
kind of
hold.
what I meant
Yeah.
the first time around.
Just hold up on Comfort Keepers. Huh.
Yeah, that's,
I'm just not feeling good about paying them both, even though they're not doing any work, but.
Well, the one was already paid. We paid him at the beginning of the year. They haven't been out, Comfort Keepers haven't been out in the last 3 months to do anything that they have charged us for.
Okay.
Apparently, this is something that Junior from Jack from Junior's Heating and Cooling was working with Ron Llewellyn with, and he spoke to different members of council at different times on this guy coming in, Ron Llewellyn coming in and getting us straightened out because Comfort Keepers apparently hadn't been able to. It's from my understanding from all the conversation. But I don't have a problem, you know, maybe get Bob's help in drafting something just to say, you know, right now we just want to put everything on hold. But in the meantime,
I'll make a motion to allow, what is it called, Llewellyn?
yeah, Ron Llewellyn,
To come into service or whatever they're doing to our heating and air system for $1,450.
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam Jackson, second by Linda Martin. Is there any further discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
yay.
Linda Martin,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yeah.
That throws me every time I look down to see that. I don't know how many of you's heard me say it or not, but last month I reported that the check that was released for the door hadn't been cashed, and I checked today and it has been cashed and cleared the bank. That's basically for your information to know that that was done. And I received an email from I can't think of his name, Benfield. What's his first name? You remember we've been talking to him? The gentleman that's
Deal
interested,
film,
the guy that's Wayne,
Wayne.
who's
yeah.
interested in the property up on Secatan. He sent me a document that says there's a lien against one of the pieces of property, and that's the piece he's interested in.
Well, that's the one he bought.
No, he
right?
hasn't bought it yet. He's not
Well,
gonna buy
I'm
it.
just saying, but he won the bid.
Yeah, he put the
So
bid
it's
in
not that
on
he's
it.
just interested, he put
No,
the bid and
no.
won the bid.
He put the bid in, council approved him with the bid, but when he went to, his lawyer went to look at the title or whatever, this is what came back, that there was a lien against the property. So
Bob, you have that
I
information?
can't do anything for the guy, but I told him I would bring it to council. think I think it's 306 secondhand. I mean, if there's something against it, we need to find out what it is and straighten it out, or just say it's not for sale, because he keeps calling me wanting to know what we're going to do to let him buy the property. And the lien way exceeds more than what he offered for the property.
When you're saying the lien, you mean the certificate of judgment here?
I think that's what he was referring to.
That's against the Board of Public Affairs.
Well, all I know is that he, keeps calling me, and
A lien against the Board of Public Affairs, what do you mean by that?
It says certificate of judgment against Village of Addyston trustees of public affairs. So it'd be against the water board.
well, I guess we
I
have to
have to
take.
look that up.
Yeah, because that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, it apparently goes back for quite a few years.
So that would be unpaid water bills, apparently.
But somebody
But who
owed
would have
for
done
the
that
water.
and when?
Apparently there was work done on it by a plumber, and it wasn't resolved before we got it.
By a plumber hired by the village?
I don't know, Ann,
Oh,
I'm
So that's what
sorry.
he's gonna look into, because it's
He's-
just that one statement there doesn't, missing context there.
Yeah, that's all it says. We have to look it up on the internet.
Did you have anything else?
No, that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Move to the treasurer's report, you have one?
I have one, but I went back and revised July because of the numbers that I found out from the auditor from July. So I went back and updated them, updated August and updated, and did September, but I received another change tonight whenever I got here, that there was a $35,000 change from the general fund to the water fund in July.
$35,000.
That
What
was
does
the,
mean?
that was the advance that from the audit adjustments, there was a negative balance in the water. When former council member Steve Dalton was finance chairman, he brought it to council, and council authorized taking $35,000 out of the savings account to put in the water fund, with the water fund paying that back over a couple periods of time. That's what that resolution was for. I mean, it was at a meeting, it was in the minutes.
So you have your July in front of you based on the numbers that I was given to update July with the changes from the audit. So those are all attached in that packet. The revised for August, based on the new numbers for July, are there. And then I have the treasurer's report for September. I will go back and revise them again and get you all copies. Would you like for me to read the numbers for September?
Yeah, sure. You have them.
I have the numbers for September, and the bank statements are attached to the back of that.
Did you pass that one out as well?
Yes. It's attached. There's a July packet, and then it's on the back of the August packet. So the second page to the August packet, you'll see the September numbers. Again, this is going to be changed, but going into September, the general fund, total council controlled funds, $252,999.22. With your receipts and expenditures, your ending balance for total council-controlled funds was $240,750.26. Total water-controlled funds, $77,130.27. With their receipts and expenditures, an ending balance of $79,090.26. So grand total of combined funds were $330,129.49. With your receipts and expenditures for both funds, your ending balance for September's $319,840.52. And I will revise them and issue new copies next month or at the next meeting.
Council, what's your pleasure?
Mayor, I just wanted to kind of hear where we were. I don't think we can
You
accept
just
that
wanted,
report.
that's what I want to know. What do
Acknowledge
you want to wait until she revises these and comes back with them, obviously, right?
That's.
I just need to know what you guys want to do. All right, thank you. Is that all you have?
That's it.
Thanks. You didn't have anything today, did you?
I just brought over a letter on the variance.
Okay. The only thing I have, I just wanted, I wanted to mention the haunted house this past weekend, and I appreciate everybody's help volunteering. It was a very busy weekend. It was fantastic.
It was super.
So the maintenance guys, did a fantastic job. And of course, thanking everybody that volunteered as monsters and just volunteered.
We had kids come and they wanted to go through again, man. They were all charged
Yeah, it
about
turned
it.
out really nice. And I appreciate everybody on that one. I think it's something as I move forward. Council, if you don't mind, I'd like to move to the audience. Or before we go to, because I like going out this way first.
Absolutely.
First, I'd like to introduce our new maintenance supervisor, Dustin. If you don't mind coming up here and introducing yourself to everybody.
I'm Dustin Struckman. I'm the new maintenance supervisor. Just started today. So,
It's interesting starting
Been a fun
day.
so.
Anybody, well, he just started today, so he doesn't have any reports for you yet. If you'd like to ask him any questions while he's up there.
Well,
He showed up here tonight, that's, he's
Right.
still here.
He's still here.
I was gonna ask him, is he
He's
ready
still
for
here.
this? You ready? You ready to plow the
Absolutely.
streets at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, roll. Right.
Yeah, sidewalks, streets.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And certainly, could you give us a little bit about your background?
Worked 11 years for Consolidated Grain Barge Grain Factory for being supervisor there, and also Aurora and Cartersville. And that's pretty much, 11 years.
Mhm.
A couple other supervisor jobs between that, but conveyor systems and
And you've also worked with Randy from Cleves. Don't forget, you've been
Dave's Waterworks, yeah.
you've been over there working lately. Well, until today.
Yeah, all their water main breaks, so
Yeah.
We have plenty of those.
we do.
Knock
Right.
on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping you don't have a bad first year.
True.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, Dustin.
Thank you.
Dawn.
I don't have any of the numbers yet. We did not get a chance to run those today. I was busy doing paperwork for the state. Wanted to thank Margret for getting everything to me today to send to them to get the OLEG and everything back up and going and under contract. The one thing that that I do want to bring up to council is the Tahoe has now got a cracked plastic line in the coolant system. It's $450 to replace it. I'm going to leave it up to council as to what you would like to do with this Tahoe. If you would like to fix it, or if you would like for me to look at getting rid of the top.
Is that the one we just,
That's when we just put the fuel pumps in. Since we've had it, we put a starter on it, the fuel pumps, and now this. But it's been in service for almost a year now. But I'm going to leave that up to council. I'd rather have you guys make the decision as to what you would like to do with it. I do have the other Explorer out there still waiting to get it up and running and into the fleet. So that's $450 with the part it installed. That would be a North Bend total automotive. But council's pleasure on whether they'd like to have it fixed or have me see if I can get an estimate to see what we could bring on it for sale.
And the cost of the repair again, Tom?
$450.
I mean, as far as, you know, on any, I know you can never know if something's gonna go wrong, but.
Yeah. I just don't want to keep coming back, you know, in a month or another month saying, hey, this one, because I don't want it to seem like it's going to be a drain on us. And that's why I'm going to leave it up to council. If you want to do this and see where it goes from there, I'll be happy to get it fixed. If you tell me otherwise, it's council's pleasure. I'll do whatever you instruct me to do.
Because it would probably take more to get the other vehicle in service than $250.
The other Explorer, that's why we're waiting to try to get this,
We're just waiting to see
the little black car sold, to use that money towards that, because that's going to be around $1,500 to $1,600. It needs to be decaled, have it, they put it in brakes.
We just need to get their dates lined up so we can get ours lined up.
You said it's $1,500 to $1,600 to put the other Ford
Yeah.
back in
Yeah.
service, I should
Yeah,
say.
that's what it'll take to get that one in service, because it's going to need front brakes, it's going to need pads and rotors, and then decaled, and then to get we've already got the docking station for the computer, but we got to have that get installed, and the siren box replaced while it's there, which we have the siren box, it just has to be wired in.
Mhm.
And we need this vehicle in the rotation, is that what we're saying?
It helps keep the mileage down. Since putting the Tahoe in service and this other black and white, the mileage on the gold ones is not near what it used to be. We're nearing our 4-year mark with the gold ones now. And with having these other cars the past 6 to 12 months that we've had them, we're at half the mileage we were on our 2014s. We're at like 57,000 miles. And if the Tahoe's back up and running and then that other one's up and running, we're going to be able to stretch the life of these gold ones out expeditiously, just a lot further than what we normally have every 4 years. We may be able to go 6 to 7 years on those cars, if not more. Because, like I said, my full intention is to run every car we've got sitting here with an Addyston name on it to 200,000 miles.
Something to think about.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Something to think about, maybe not to quickly decide on it.
I personally believe the $450 we can get the car back on the road and continuing the cycle that we're doing and saving mileage, that we invest $450 to fix the Tahoe. That's just my feeling.
So is that a motion?
It was a motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dan Pillow to get it fixed, second by Linda Martin. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Don, do you have a running figure, are you keeping running figures on us on how much it's costing us to keep the cars on the road? I don't think it's overwhelming, but it would be good
No,
just to know.
I need to get my flow chart back up that the mayor gave me, which I'll be able to, I'm gonna have to start back all over again, starting on January 1. It's gonna be, anytime anything's spent, she gave me it, and it's gonna help me out greatly too. That way, if you guys got a question on something, I'll be able to just flip it up and bam, there it is.
Get it up and going again.
Yeah,
Slacker.
when we moved the offices around, I didn't get that computer put over there like I should have. But that's all I have.
Anybody have anything for Dawn? Thanks, Donna. Anyone in the audience? As I throw my pen cap across the room.
You don't have to throw stuff at me. I'll tell you.
I missed my long shot.
Throwing it at me.
I hope everybody's Halloween was good and you got more treats than tricks. Tomorrow's election day. I know this isn't going to be broadcast like it normally was back in the day, but hope everybody comes out. I am a write-in candidate. We have 2 resignations tonight. Obviously, there's a lot of work to be done, and it's work that people don't want to do. It's hard work. And the last time there was a vacancy, not one person that is running for council was asked to put in a letter as past precedent would have been done for interest. So I want that to be addressed, and I want that to be thought out when we do that. Because you have 2 vacancies, you have 5 people running for 4 seats. So let's keep that in mind. We are a small town community. And everybody has always said, as long as I've been around, if you want to see a difference or if you want to make a change, put your name on the ballot. Everybody's done it this time. Everybody's put their money where their mouth is. There's signs out, everybody's campaigned, so it's been clean, and nobody's doing any cutthroat stuff, so.
That's good, thank you.
Right, yeah, we don't want any of that stuff, so. I just want to introduce myself to anybody that doesn't know me. My name is Ron Pugh. I'm a write-in candidate for Addyston Council. And there's no doubt in my mind that I will be placed in this chamber. I've been here before and I've done proven work, and I have no doubt that I look forward to working with each one of you come the new year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm Al Clifton, y'all know that. So I'm always cussing somebody about something, not cussing, but arguing with somebody about something, I guess I should say. I'm still running for council, so, all right, and this is on my personal. I got this letter today from Dick Weber. You gotta throw things at me now.
It's not intentional, I swear.
And I don't know if you guys have seen this letter. One of them show you what the letter
You
is.
also have the copy in
It
front
was
of
sent to
you.
him.
Or it was sent
It
to
was
you,
emailed.
emailed.
In correspondence, notify you that Addyston Village Council has presented in July the proposal provided by yourself to allow permanent outdoor seating at the front of the Shamrock Inn, placed in a temporary outdoor seating area. The Village Council tabled the decision for further review until September 2021 council meeting. At the September 2021 Addyston Council meeting, a proposal was again presented for permanent outdoor seating at the front of the Shamrock Inn at 208 Main Street. The proposal for variance was denied. As a result of this ruling by the Village Council, you are hereby required to remove the existing setup of the temporary type fencing by use of 5-gallon buckets and lattice. Remove all tables and chairs for use by patrons of the business. Discontinue any and all types of outdoor use by the patrons of the Shamrock Inn located in front of 208 Main Street. Take steps to comply within 14 days. The date of correspondence, failure to do so would result in citation for the violation of Addyston zoning code, section 15/800, 1 and 15/1001. One thing about it is someone asked me about it. I would do the seating out on the side. I don't have the seating on the side. I got a dumpster on the side. That is all over there. I don't own that part, and I can't use that part because that's what VonLuehrte Electric does. Their trucks come in and are out all night long. They park all over there. I've got a dumpster there. I mean, I could take the dumpster out front and put seating there. That wouldn't make no sense at all to no one. So, now this being a letter where where these patrons supposed to go smoke, whatever. You're not allowed to smoke in the building, obviously. So I don't know where you guys want me to do this. And I just redone it, actually on the 28th, redone the whole temporary outdoor seating. And the fence I was gonna put up there was gonna be temporary anyway, because it would only been there with anchors, and you just unbolt it, cut off the anchor, do it. It's always gonna be removable. It's always gonna be temporary. But I just don't know what you guys want me to do.
Do you have a smoking hut on the side? Is that what I see?
No, that
I don't
is
know
storage.
what
That's the
Oh,
only
that's
thing.
storage,
The only
okay.
thing we can use that for, because of the fact that we don't have nowhere else to seat him but out front.
I
mean,
thought that was
it-
just temporary for COVA.
It was, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know where you want these people to smoke, stand out in the middle of the street.
But when you bought the property, you knew where it was and the location. And there was no smoking when you bought the property.
Where this place is it has a awning that goes around it. So the only thing I asked for the variance was 1.5 feet out. Other than that, I can still bring it in 1.5 feet. But I don't understand where we're supposed to put people. The building is the building.
But no, what I
There
was
ain't no
saying, when
side.
you bought the property, you knew where your line ended and the village property was the sidewalk.
And that's why I come in and ask for a variance for 1.5 feet.
But that was temporary for COVA.
And it's always gonna be temporary. I just put concrete blocks with nice marble in it and all that stuff and set it out there. Looks really nice. I can show you a picture of it. I mean, you can write down and look at it. The point is, what am I gonna do? I've only got a spot for a dumpster.
I'm just saying, when you bought the property, you knew all this. You knew that you couldn't smoke inside your building. You should have
I
thought
don't own the
about it.
property.
Huh?
I don't own the property.
You don't own the
I
Shamrock
don't own the-
building?
I don't own that building, no.
But when you rented it or whatever you're doing, leasing it or something, you should have known all that.
I just don't know where this is all coming from and.
Well, it's
I
our
kinda do know where
variances.
I know where it's coming from, but,
It's our variance, it's our laws.
but if I pull it back 1.5 feet, that belongs to the building. The only thing I asked for a variance for was to take it out 1.5 feet.
But
Because I can show you where the drawing's at for the building and the property.
the problem is, where you have your outdoor seating, the only reason you were ever granted the outdoor seating was because of COVID.
Right.
Now, COVID's subsiding, and wherever those people smoked prior to COVID is probably the same place they have to smoke at the present time. The problem with the outdoor seating is you're over on the right-of-way of the village.
By 1.5 feet.
I know, but you can't get a variance for that foot and a half, because essentially you're beyond your property at that point in time on the village property. And the village would have to go in and rewrite their entire zoning code. In other words, they just can't pass a variance for your property because it's not a situation where it's impracticable for you to use the property because you used it before COVID. The accommodation for the outdoor seating was because of COVID, because they didn't want these restaurants, et cetera, to go out of business. And so they opened it up for that reason, and that reason only.
So more or less of what you guys are telling me, I just gotta pull it back in 1.5 feet. And I'm right there on the property.
No, what they're telling, I think what you have to do is you have to pull it back so it's off the village right away, which is one thing, and then you have to meet the setback requirements that are set forth in the zoning code. And those setback requirements wouldn't permit outdoor seating.
So, more or less, they can do whatever down here, but I can't do whatever down here because I don't have nowhere to put nobody else. I mean, they can go out in their car and smoke, I'm trying to get this there. That's the only thing I'm.
When you're
trying to figure out.
saying this down here, what do you mean?
Because they've got plenty on the outside, on the side of the building there. They've got plenty of room, and they put a fence up and all that stuff, and they've got plenty of room there.
Well, they can do that because they've got property. Your issue is you're in a building where you're essentially locked in by your building, but when you moved down there, you knew exactly what you were getting.
Right.
And that's the issue.
But we still have room out front, is what I'm trying to get to, is that is part of the property out front.
And they can stand out there, you just can't have.
Tables out there, more or less, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Try to move the tables. Just line up chairs along the wall.
Well, I mean,
it's,
if it's on your property, you can put a chair there.
right. I mean, you got them right out front here. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Well, you could put a chair there, you know.
They
I
got
guess
benches right out front here. It's the same thing. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, I guess as long as your chairs don't infringe upon the village right away, you could put a chair there. Now, how long you could have people consume beer outside and what the Department of Liquor Control says about that,
That's what we
That's
got
all.
that added to it.
that's a whole different story.
Because the outdoor seating had to add that to it.
Had to add it.
Add the liquor control had to add up front.
But the only reason they did that was because of COVID. It's the only reason.
It's on the license, so it's, they put outdoor seating.
Oh, so it's not temporary on the
No,
license,
on
that
the
was
license,
permanent
no.
license thing.
But if you have an area for outdoor seating, you could do it.
I mean, it's,
But there's a certain setback requirement
and what is that?
that's set forth in the code.
Where's the code, so we can see it?
It's right up there.
I mean,
And it's
that's what I'd
like-
like to see the code book so we can see what the setback is.
Oh, it's right there, that green book up here.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, so I can take a picture of it.
I believe this is it.
Yeah, it should be.
Policy procedures.
While he's looking at that, I wasn't in the meetings, but in the board, what is it, the
Yeah.
Board of Appeals. Some of the people who were there had concerns about incidents where their kids were walking by in close proximity,
Do we have an extra zoning?
and things had been said to them. Well, that was a community concern.
So where's this
Thank you,
letter?
Margaret.
Where's what letter?
Problem.
I'm
You
sorry.
said it was a letter?
No, I just said the board met and people,
That's funny, because I've done a lot of things for the kids in this community.
yeah, I don't doubt
I've done
that.
more in this community for the kids than most of anybody. And, I mean, we do the toy drive, we do all that stuff. I mean, last year, I went and bought $4,500 worth of toys. A lot of it's out of my own pocket.
I understand
No one
that.
else me do that.
But just make sure you understand that that was part of the problem. You can buy $50,000 worth of toys, but if somebody goes by there and they're talked to out of space or out of context,
No, I don't like
that's
to know
not,
what this is.
that's not the difference. I'm just saying that was a concern. I thought you should know if you hadn't heard that.
That would be hearsay, because I would like to know who it was.
Well, if that needs to be, that's just a concern of the community. I just thought you should know
Yeah, I
that.
mean, they should come to
And
me.
if you want it not coming from me as hearsay, I'm good with that. I'm sure that those people who had those concerns
Yeah, they should have come to
can
me.
say it.
I mean, that would be the
Yeah,
the right
absolutely.
thing to do.
I just thought you should know that as well.
I mean, you got a building down there, it's falling apart. That thing's falling in the road. I mean, the whole top of it collapsed. And they got time for me, but they ain't got time for a building that's falling in the road. I mean, it's very easy to see. I've rode around the whole village. There's all kinds of stuff all over the village. But it's funny, everything's always coming back on me.
You're not the only
I
one.
mean, they stole my stuff over there. know what I mean? They stole my boat.
Who stole your boat? The
The
village?
village. Yeah. Boat and the trailer.
Yeah.
I don't think the village stole the boat or the trailer.
Where did it go?
I don't know, but you know what? The agreement was that you would remove
I
everything,
removed all the trailers over there.
that you would remove everything off of that property.
That's why we're still.
And you were
working
given
on that.
approximately 2+ years.
So why won't they remove that building down there that's falling in? The whole roof fell in and it's all falling in the street.
Which one?
It's 254, let's see. Eight. Like 302, eh? Something like 302?
I think we all know which one you're talking
I
about.
mean, it's not hard to figure out. I mean, it's the only one, the whole building's falling in the road.
That's under a whole different ordinance, so different from what we're talking about here.
It's
They have been tearing buildings down in town.
Yeah, it's planning and zoning.
Yeah, it's a different
And that needs
committee
to
and
come
a
down as well.
different committee and a
There's quite a
different,
few of them that need to come down.
yeah.
Same.
There's some on the
And
list.
we've been actually working with Hamilton County to get those grants and get these
Absolutely.
down. Yeah.
I don't want to get into the whole, what needs to be done in the village. We're here all night.
Let me tell you, I went around
It's a
took some
lot.
pictures.
We need this, and,
I took a lot of pictures,
yeah.
but I'm the only one that seems to get,
We haven't asked them to tear the building down yet.
not yet, but pretty much.
It's not that they're picking on you, there's ordinance that the village has to go by. And we can't just say, okay, we want to change the ordinance for you, which has been in effect for years and years and years and years. And if we do it for you, then everybody in Addyston will say, my porch ends here, but I want to extend it out here into the sidewalk.
Well, that's why I
So
come to
then,
them.
we're gonna have everybody up First Street, Main Street, Second out the back road. Everybody's gonna wanna build something on their sidewalk.
Well, that's why
Like
Come
what's
to
goose,
planning
good
and
for the
zoning
goose,
and
is good
ask
for
them
the
if I can have
gander,
a
so to
variance.
speak.
that's why I asked
We
them.
we don't wanna start a snowball effect.
Because that's what Dick Weber told me I had to do, was come to the planning and zoning, and ask them to do a variance. And I did.
But we'd have to do a lot of law changes to do it.
But you drive First Street every day, you can't tell me there's not people out there trying to put stuff on their sidewalk.
I know, I bring stuff up, they grill on the
Okay, so,
sidewalk, they
yeah,
work on their
Let's take care of
cars.
that then.
I know, I mean.
What do you mean you know? Let's take care of that then. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, you said it.
Is it being fixed?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's still happening.
Okay, so I'm not fixing it.
Right.
It has to be fixed around this table.
Okay.
I'm only on here for 3 months. I'm
Probably
trying.
more, you'll probably get appointed to that vacant seat.
I'm trying.
We'll see.
That's actually gonna be up to council later. All right, enough of the back and forth, guys. Come on now.
You should have ran, put your name on the ballot. You could have been on that. All right.
Maybe she didn't want to. It's
Maybe
okay.
I didn't want to.
Then you don't want to be appointed to it then either.
Who said I was going to?
Just heard what I said. I said what I said. I'm
Hey,
taking it back.
rumor I've never heard.
Right.
That's what I
Could
said.
you rattle your hand over
I
the
thought
control?
Bob was ready, I'm sorry. Oh.
Did you have, yeah, he's got the zoning, well, here's one too.
Right.
This is a new
It's just that was a newer folder,
Oh,
because the paper
same
when
one.
I didn't have any more of them,
Here, Mr.
when I
Clerk,
put them together.
this is it. Good.
That's the only one that's listed in here.
is there a particular one,
For the,
or what he's looking for, yeah.
section 15503.
Oh,
minimum 5-foot front yard. $15,502 at the bottom. Let me pass that back to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Glick, you can have that book.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Which one was it? 501 what?
502.
15,502.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we should give it to him.
I guess that was in everybody's desk right now.
Yeah, that'd be nice to do, or have a stack down here.
Yeah.
In case somebody asks for it, just give it to them.
All right, cool. I know how far I can go up. But, yeah, like I said, it's one of them things, I know how far I can go out now, and know how far I can just, so I can just move the table. And more or less, it's just gonna be chairs against the wall.
You just can't be on the village right away.
All right,
Okay?
yeah, because I got a drawing where the property lines are, all that stuff.
Then you can't put anything in the front yard.
I don't have a front yard.
Okay? But if you don't have a front yard, then you don't have the 5 foot.
So you're saying they open all the way up to the front door where you open the door?
I'm not saying they own all the way up to the front door. What I'm saying is, it says you need at least a 5 foot front yard. That's what that zoning code says. Nobody's trying to stop you from making a living or operating your business or anything like that. And what's happened is, because of COVID, you're out on the street over there, and it's like, I want to be out on the street. And then if everybody else says, I want to operate my business on the street, we have people all over coming in for variances. A variance is for a unique set of circumstances because of a particular property, that in order to make the property viable, you have to grant a variance. You moved into that property without a variance, it was operational, there was no problem. And COVID's gone, and that...
It's more or less like walking out front here, you know, I mean, you guys got your planters, you guys got your benches and all that stuff, you know, that's where people sit.
Has any other business applied for a variance or been granted a temporary variance for COVID out front?
No, and you don't get a temporary variance.
Bottom line. So, we're
Council-
not trying to take food out of anybody's mouth, right?
Well, if you want to let me
But
finish.
he's the only person that's applied for one.
He's not entitled to variance
I didn't
because
say he was entitled to anything.
you have to
I'm just asking
understand
a
what a
question. That was it.
Well, if you let me finish, you have to understand what a variance is.
I understand what a variance is, perfectly clear.
Yeah,
Well, then
that's
good.
Another foot and a half.
I can read perfectly fine.
That's fine. Then you know he's not entitled to one.
I didn't say he was, did I say he was, all I did was ask.
I'm just
He's the only one
saying.
that's-
We're not
That's
here
all,
to
that's it.
argue back and forth, okay?
Yeah, I get it. That's fine.
We're supposed to be adults in this room, so let's
We
act
are
like
adults.
it.
I asked a question.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't want to see this back and forth.
So I just moved the tables more or less and just put everything against the wall. That's more or less what you got her down
That's what?
there. Move the tables and just move the chairs up against the wall.
No, what I'm saying
Now,
is,
you're not gonna win with these people. Just have a seat, and it's something to be addressed later. They're not, listen, wrong venue, man. Come back and try it again tomorrow. These people don't care what you're talking
I'll
about.
try to figure out what you guys are gonna do.
Right.
For now.
Wrong people, wrong time, man.
Is that all you had, Al?
Huh?
Is that all you had for him?
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
I know what I'm dealing with.
At this point, we'll go to committee. Stan, did you have anything from a committee standpoint?
Thank you, Mayor. I do have a couple of items I'd like to talk to council about. I sent an email out Thursday or Friday concerning the Cincinnati Business Committee. This is a group that prioritizes applications that we have that's available now, funding. It's called capital grants. We operated the playground was our first capital grant. We were able to use money for that from usually come down through your congressman or senator and/or both. But now they've changed things a bit. I don't want to reiterate, well, I do want to reiterate the letter that I sent in my email, which was pretty much in detail that
When did you send that?
I'm sorry.
When did you send that?
Well,
I'm just curious.
yeah, I am too, because I want to see I sent it to myself. But I think it was last Thursday,
Okay.
if I remember. Anybody else have that?
What's the title again?
Huh?
What's the title
It
again?
would have been from Dan Pillow.
That's
The
right.
title would have been CBC.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I should check to make sure I sent it myself. Did anybody else get that?
When was it, Friday?
I did not.
Margaret, did you get it?
I may have, but I didn't bring my phone down to look.
Well, okay, that's
I
okay.
do
It
remember
was
it.
October 29th
That would have
Okay,
been
thank you.
Thursday.
Thursday,
at
that's when I thought it was.
10:38 PM.
Yeah. October
29th.
Thursday, I sent that out. I knew it was had a lot of information in it. But to kind of summarize it, I sent you all the information about what this particular grant is. And it is a capital grant issued by the state. Steve Driehaus gave us our first one, and then Bill Sykes gave us a continuation on. Well, long story short, it's that time, and they do it a different way now. They have what they call the Cincinnati Business Committee. A lot of people who work with the regional business council. What it is an application that we can apply for, and there's a listing of things, and if you didn't get it, I will resend it or maybe copy it if I have a blank one.
I have one.
Okay, that we're able to get a grant for. But council, and it's a quick one, as it always is. Those grants don't always they don't tell you months in advance. This one has a timeline, I think, of November 14th. 13th, thank you, Ms. Ann, you're on it. I was in the area. So, and there are a list of things that we look at that we can figure if we qualify for, we don't qualify for, and having looked at that. I merely want to know, and Don is making copies, if this is a grant that you want to pursue. So,
How much is it for?
it's for whatever you ask for.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't know
If you
what
have-
you'll get, but you
Right.
can ask.
Yeah, if you have a project that fits into their category, you can be eligible to receive X number of dollars. Now, when you look at that, you're going to find out there are a lot of, there's a long list of things, but we don't qualify for many of them, just in my estimation, so you need to take okay. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but administrative building fund, general National Guard facilities, emergency shelters, emergency response infrastructure, disaster relief, adult and juvenile correctional facilities, juvenile detention facilities, local jail facilities, juvenile correctional facilities, cultural and sports facilities, arts and cultural centers, centers for science, technology, performing arts, memorials or monument, halls of fame, zoos, historical, professional, sports facility complex. I don't know that we can build one of those. Nature, garden, and conservation centers. natural resources, parks and recreation facilities, watershed flood control, recreational trails, biking, similar to what we have over there, aquatic centers, swimming pools, parks and conservatories, nature preserves, zoos, playground, recreation facilities, shoreline restoration and preservation, boat ramps, wildlife education centers, public recreational facilities, mental health and development disabilities funds, mental health rehabilitation and treatment centers, alcohol and drug abuse treatment centers, community facilities for mental health, and higher education facilities, museum, institutes. I'm just about done. Technology centers, business incubators and resource centers, theaters, performing arts, hospitals, and medical centers. Okay. So, and then you'll find a list of things that do not apply. What I just read you, thank you very much, Don. What I just read you is on page 3.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're kind.
After the application.
I'll send it to you.
It's not a complicated, overly complicated application, but it's all about time. And fortunately, having done other applications, I have most of the information that they would need if you, in fact, would like to apply for this.
It says the deadline's November 15th by 4 o'clock.
Yes. And that's doable, but I also copied Sean on that in case they had some ideas, you know.
Sean Riggs, the engineer.
CT, Sean Riggs, he's the
She sort
our
of knew, I didn't
engineer.
know if she knew who he was or not.
I didn't know who he was.
Oh, yeah, Sean Riggs, he's CT Consultants, are the engineering firm that we use. So,
I mean, could it hurt us? Would it cost us anything?
that doesn't cost me anything,
The
not at all.
engineer, it always costs for the engineer to do paperwork and stuff.
Yeah. So, like I said, in doing the other things, I have a lot of the answers and things that I could get it filled in, get it to council to take a look at. The first thing is, the only thing that I see on here that we qualify for, or that we're not going to build a zoo or a historical facility here, mental health place, is recreational facilities. That's the only thing that I see.
Where it's got park and recreations, could we put in for like concession booths or restroom facilities, something like that over on that park?
Yeah, we can do anything over there.
I mean, I'm just thinking outside the box that,
No, it's in the
Yeah.
box. You're right inside the box. No, the bottom line is that, you know, this money, if we qualify, it's free money, we can get it done. We can get some more money done. Don't want to beat a dead horse, an old horse, or whatever kind of horse, but we probably already missed over $100,000 simply because we did not
have enough.
put, thank you. Yeah, and I just don't want to miss an opportunity to get more money. If that's all we qualify for, that's fine. If it's something else that you see there that we can invest in, I'm fine with that. We just have to make a decision by council if that's something we want to pursue.
We still need a basketball court, and we looked at the, what do you call the water feature?
Yeah.
Splash park.
Yeah, those are all things that we talked about for there.
And a baseball field, a
Yeah,
small one.
there's plenty of things that we have in the pipeline and drawings for that we could get information for those things right away. We have cost analysis on them. Yeah, we have cost analysis on them. So that's what I said, this makes it kind of easy, this type of application, to at least get it in. And the reason we want to get it in by the 13th or 14th, whichever it is,
That'd be good.
the CBC is the organization that the state has chosen to be a clearinghouse, more or less, or a prioritize, they prioritize applications. So once we decide, if we decide we're going to move forward with it, this is to get it into them so they can present it to the state as a priority issue. If you don't do it, it doesn't say you can't put the application in.
You
But
have
you
to
don't have their
specify it
blessing.
for the exact project when you put it in.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So is council able to decide on something tonight? Because if you think about it, our next meeting's the 15th
Well,
and
you
it's
can have a
due.
special one.
I mean, we could have a special one, but
Yeah, I'm going to be out of town. I'll be coming back on the 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we might as well cancel council meeting if I don't get back on 15th, because we won't have a quorum, unfortunately.
yeah, you're right.
But
We'll just have Pam and Linda.
yeah.
There's a few things on here, public recreation facilities, there's even local jail facilities if it needs updated. There's
Jail?
things on here.
The things are on there, but
We don't have a jail.
Oh, we don't have a jail anymore?
just have holding cell.
Yeah.
You want
It's
to
been a while.
Holding cell.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go for the, maybe run it by Sean, if you're gonna go for the splash park, why not look at doing, maybe combining splash park with the restroom facilities and such, since the plumbing's going?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Just
I'm-
something to think about?
It is,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call, there's some guys from the CBC to get an idea if there's an area we should look to stay in, you know, because,
Yeah.
okay, just looking at the numbers that we have for the building, way out of whack from what we said earlier.
Well,
They've got it
considering
marked in as
prices on
300-something thousand dollars. That's not, it's a lot less than that, because
Oh, for the splash park, yeah, you can
the
go.
splash park was going to be $205,000. Just the numbers that we have on those things. But I am, like I said, I know this is quick. I am more than willing to get busy, get on this, and get the information back to council.
So we'd have to meet again, when?
Like
This
Monday.
week.
Like real quick before you guys go out of town?
Yeah, it's next week before,
Yeah.
yeah, before I'll be leaving.
I
So
mean, I'll have a problem meeting again, but it's like, what do we want to do?
I will report back to you, council, if I find an area of funding that they think that our village our size should stay in, you know.
And that'll give you an idea of what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a try to investigate it, why not?
Oh,
The
yeah.
only thing is that we'll have the expense from the engineer,
We'll have to do what?
the expense of the engineer, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, are you saying you want the engineer to do it?
I thought we needed the engineer for this. Or is
No.
that legwork already been done?
Well, it's already been engineered. I'm just taking information from the engineering that we already had.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't mind if council wants to expend the money.
No, I'm just
Please.
saying, if I didn't know
Please.
how far how we were, how in depth they wanted. So if that work's already been done, I mean, if you
Yeah,
have the time to do it for quick here, I mean, as
Sure.
long as we can meet, if we can't meet, it's a moot point. No,
Can we do
Right.
it with 4, Bob?
we
Please?
have to have three
Can we do it
meetings.
with 4?
Sure.
can we do what? I'm sorry. I missed it.
Anything like this to, by vote of council for this type of project, I just ask him if we can do it with the body that we currently have. I just want to make sure that we don't have a roadblock thrown up on us.
Yeah, yeah. We can make
Well,
a
that's an
decision.
expenditure, not an ordinance. An ordinance would take a quorum.
We can
An
make a
expenditure
decision
does
to make an
not.
application. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not a law. You cannot pass a law with only 4 of you. So,
Yeah.
That's our form. Actually,
Well,
it is.
But since we
Yeah.
have 2 seats.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
But
still, yeah.
sometimes when we do these things, they ask
Yeah.
for a resolution or an ordinance to be adopted by council. So that's the only thing I was saying. We don't want to,
If they do ask that, we'll have to cross that road when
Yep.
we get there.
no, that's
We'll
fine.
just have to have 3 quick meetings.
That's right.
yeah, so allow enough time for that if that's the case.
Now,
It's not asking for
what
that.
you'll need an ordinance for is when we go into an agreement, you know, with
With
the
them.
state or
Yeah.
with
Correct.
the county or whoever.
Because we're just submitting the
Well,
application.
all we're doing is saying, yeah, let's submit the application.
Yeah.
And while Bob is looking at that, Mayor, I just have one other thing. Again, I concur with you that Haunted House was a lot of fun. It was.
I very
Certainly
much
enjoyed it, even though missed first day because I thought it was Saturday and Sunday, but that's okay. It was fun. I'm happy to say, as most of you have seen now, that the roadways and walking paths are completed. The only thing we have left to do with the company is a walkthrough to make sure that, that what we wanted, which I pretty much see, and they've done pretty much everything. They are coming back because I didn't like the crosswalks. Most new crosswalks have hash tags in them.
Cross line.
Yeah, cross lines, and that was pretty clear. He said no problem. He'll have his people back in there to get that done at some point. The other thing that I thought they weren't going to do, but we were able to, was put the bump stops for the cars in. They got those in without having to declare war on them, so they got those in pretty good. As most of you have seen, we got the flag up, but we really want to have, I mean, we had a little celebration over there ourselves just for back-breaking work, but we really want to have the VFW or somebody come in and have an official dedication of that flag and flagpole. And I would like to get a POW flag as well to fly on that pole. It has, you can fly 2 flags on it, so. I don't know, Margaret, have we purchased those in the past? I don't even know what
Yes.
this asked for.
Yes, we have, and
Is that is that adjustable height pole or is that the height it is?
It is at its highest, but you can also
Oh,
bring
that's
it.
at its highest.
Yes, it's 25 foot.
I think I can get somebody to donate.
Oh, okay.
I think if I approach the guys, they may donate it, and they, like you said, have them be a part of the dedication.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can ask.
Would Veterans Day be a good day, or is it too cold? Just
That
to at least,
that sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
huh?
That sounds nice to have.
If you're gonna have the VFW come
You
over,
won't be
then that
here.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind not being here, just so
Just-
we get it dedicated.
Danny, will the sign be up by then? You know,
Sign.
that from the state?
Yeah,
Because, you know, before they release the rest of that reimbursement, they want that picture of the lights
Oh.
and the, everything that
oh,
was.
really?
in
I
it.
didn't
Yeah.
know that they wanted pictures of the
Oh,
lights
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, that was, when I sent them the third reimbursement, I had listed what we had bought.
Mm-hmm.
And that Tim Robinson in response said that before they would issue that final reimbursement, that they had to have pictures of the plaque, the sign,
Yeah, that I knew.
the flag,
Mhm.
and
Right.
whatever the
And well,
other
we
was.
discussed that at the last meeting, that's what I said, you know, as soon as we get the haunted house done, which by the way,
Yeah.
great job, one day, everything's cleared out. And
Oh,
we're
that
gonna
was good.
focus on, and just like I said, the last meeting,
Yeah.
maintenance, he's well aware, and that's gonna be our focus now, to get that sign up and to
Sure.
get the lights up, right, Dustin?
Yes.
They have to have all that done with pictures that it's complete. They're part of it for the OWD or
Sure.
whatever. And then there's one page that has to, like a completion form, that has to be filled out and
Okay.
signed off and sent to them before they'll release that
Is
little
that
bit of
form,
money.
you've got that
I've
form?
got the form, it was in the
That's
whole
something
packet.
we can fill out.
Yeah, we
me and
can
you.
fill it out.
Okay.
You
Great.
can sign
Sounds
off on
good.
it and I'll notarize it and,
Yeah.
you know. but that's
That's
it.
good.
Yeah,
But-
another thing about the lights, the time change is this coming Saturday, and it'll be dark at 6 now.
Yeah, it's gonna get darker
And
soon.
it'll be darker over at that park at 6 o'clock
Yeah.
Exactly.
with the time change without the
Of
lights
course, the
being
park
up.
is closed from dawn to dusk.
I didn't know if
Tell
you
the
had to
kids
order
that.
a pole
Right.
Yeah,
for the
tell the
sign, or
kids
if you're
it's
putting
closed.
it on, you
No,
know,
we
that when
talked
they
about
send
that.
us.
We
Yeah.
did just go on the regular
Like what we-
sign poles that we have. Yeah,
Okay.
not a problem.
Council,
Yeah.
did you want to address council again?
Yeah,
About-
I just wanted to say something
Question.
about, there's quite a few sidewalks around here. It's probably got gaps in them that big. So, I mean, it's a tripping hazard for the village. Somebody trips on it,
Can't do it.
it's bad for the village. So them need to be addressed and fixed pretty soon. 'Cause I went around quite a few spots and there's a lot of spots on the sidewalks that's really, really bad. I mean, you're talking some of them this deep, some of them this deep. So that needs to be addressed by the council very soon before the village ends up getting sued or
When
somebody
you get done with
falls.
those lights, take a
Right.
walk around the village.
Absolutely.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's some deep spots. And it wouldn't be good for the village if someone fell.
So what would be a good
Put that on
time?
your many, many list I gave you
Right.
today.
What would be a good time on the 11th? So we can kind of get this, we won't meet again between now and then.
If it's up, we can.
What time do the
Well,
veterans
if you're
normally
gonna
have
ask,
their?
you know, most of them are retired that's over there, like the commander works,
So they can meet around the
Downtown,
lunchtime thing?
but most of them, like the ones, the quartermaster, different
Oh,
ones,
okay.
they're all retired. If we get the word to them, they can get it out in their meeting.
If
How
you're
they
doing it on
met tonight.
Veterans Day.
But they may not, not everybody gets that holiday, you know.
Right.
But if, I would say maybe 3 o'clock, maybe between 3, say 3
Or
o'clock.
how about we get a hold of the VFW and we just ask them?
That makes
So that's
sense.
what I was planning
Yeah,
on
that
doing,
makes
was getting
sense.
ahold of Craig and, you know, ask him and then ask the other ones. Because he may say he can't get off work, but there's like a half dozen of them that go over there during the day
Mhm.
that are retired who
Mhm.
may want to participate.
Yeah, and if you're going to talk to them, Margaret, would you ask them if they have a particular ceremony
Yeah.
for that, or do we need to put something together?
Well, I will, and I'm thinking that, you know, we've tried in the past to have some kind of lunch or something on Veterans Day for the veterans, you know, in the community like we've done in the past. Maybe ask the auxiliary if they'll tie it all together.
Mhm. Sounds
Then I
good.
can come back and tell you what they said.
Sure.
You can be put on the sign that there's going to be a ceremony.
Well, we have to get it cleared through them
I mean, when,
and
if and when it
everything.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I will take charge of that, and I will ask, and I will see about them donating the POW flag
Mhm.
and having somebody there for the ceremony,
Absolutely.
a flag dedication ceremony.
Sounds like a good day. Yeah.
And I'll
Thank-
try to get it for like 3 o'clock. They may want to do it at 2 o'clock, but I'll see. Okay? Is that good for everybody, 3 o'clock on the 11th?
Should be.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah,
What time do
just,
kids get off
just
school?
so we give the community an opportunity.
Yeah.
Are they,
Sure.
how early are they home? Maybe it'd be a good,
I don't know, school closed.
No,
Okay.
Did you have
School is
anything else,
closed on
Dan?
that.
No,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Did we
Oh, no, we
move to
didn't
go
sign.
ahead on the application? I know we talked about it.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we move ahead on the application.
Yeah, there we
Thank
go.
you.
I know we got distracted.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Motion by Pam, second by Ann to move on the application. Any discussions? No discussions, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
And that is all for your committee, Dan.
That's it. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Miss Ann?
I don't have anything today.
All right, thank you, Miss Ann. Linda?
I have some things. Since I'm on the police committee with Dan Dalton, Steve Dalton, and they're not here anymore.
That's like a non-existent thing at the moment.
Yes, so I guess I'm on the police committee. That's what it
There
says. Okay, I just have a few questions.
What you want?
Huh?
No, it's Dan Pillow.
Oh, Dan Pillow. Sorry, it's
You
you.
too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Elsewhere.
I thought Dan.
Right.
I just have a couple questions. I was going up Second Street, and I know Gross Lane's got a stop sign at the bottom. I mean, it's a little street, but I know they need it because when you try to turn left out of Gross Lane, it's hard to see if there's a car there. But down here on Dining Lane, we used to have a stop sign here and a stop sign on the island. And that stop sign on the island got knocked down a long time ago, and it's never been replaced. And then we've only had the stop sign on this side when you go out of Dining Lane. So I was wondering if there is a sign that maybe says, turn left with caution or something to go up towards Sailor Park or something, or put another stop sign up, because I've had 2 people tell me at night when they come home sometimes, if they're with somebody that doesn't know the place, that island's just in the kind of dark and you could turn up over top of it. And that stop sign at least was there, or something was there, and it's been knocked down or something, and has never been put back up. Do you know what I'm talking about? When you go out of Dining,
Yeah.
there was a
Yeah.
stop sign here and a
There was.
stop sign there.
Yeah.
This one here on the island's gone. That island's just bare.
Well,
I mean,
it's up to you
I-
guys.
Because that wreck that was here in October 20th. Okay, I mean.
And that was somebody
Just make a
pulling out
motion to put
left.
the sign
That's what I mean, turning
So
left.
they were pulling out left, and then there wasn't even any skid marks on that one. They just nailed, just
No,
full
that black
blast.
car didn't touch the ground until it landed in the
You know,
water.
council might also want
Yeah.
to consider
Well, I mean,
making it a
that's
right turn
dangerous
only.
anyway, trying to
That's what I
get
said.
out and turn
But
left
hey, I
out
can
there.
continue talking, whatever.
But I was just wondering, since I seen that new sign up there, I don't know how long it's been up there, if we could put another sign back up. I don't even know if they make a sign that says caution with left, or caution
We
left
can order
turn,
signs.
or
We
something.
can order it to say
Say
that.
what we want.
But what I was saying is that council might want to consider making that a right turn only.
I think we should.
I think,
Especially now.
Okay.
That's entirely up to
Really
you
bad,
guys.
right?
And on that, I did some investigating with
That was a
ODOT.
friend of mine's daughter. There was a dump truck. The truck was behind the dump truck. Dump truck pulled into Addyston, hit her.
Yeah, that's
Didn't see
a
the
danger.
truck Behind the dump truck.
Well, I did some
Oh,
investigating,
here, dining.
and
It's a dangerous intersection, it really is.
Need to be moved
Well,
down this way some.
I got let me see.
Mhm. Oh, I heard him shut it down and move it in front of church.
I got a hold of ODOT, and I got their, what do they call them, something, sheets or something they sent me. And since 2017 to 2020, there's been 18 wrecks at Dining Lane. There's been almost 20 wrecks on the highway. The wrecks on Dining Lanes I highlighted in yellow on all these papers. The wrecks on the highway I highlighted in green. And it says some of them is serious injuries possible, but there's been, in them 5 years, there's been a total of like 38 wrecks.
Just at dining or that's both?
18 at Dining. The
Okay.
yellow highlights is all Dining for 5 years. ODOT sent me these. And they're all listed. I mean, these spreadsheets are incredible. They tell you the time, what the blacktop was, raining, what time of the day, was the car heading east, was it heading west. The green is, on this one, is all the ones that's been on the highway. On 50 out here, and the yellow is at Dining Lane. So something needs to be done with that intersection up there.
I think the remedy is no left turn.
And I don't know why when they
Is that
blacktopped
what
the
most of
highway,
it
they couldn't even, we don't even have a sign coming up 50 that says merge to the left or right. So, because
You
everybody
mean a
travels
through
in that
traffic
center
right?
lane.
Yeah.
Through
Can we
traffic,
also have
people,
it to
right?
where people cannot turn left onto Dining when they're coming down the highway?
Then we put all the traffic down.
I did ask
here.
Sean about that today,
That would be
and he
nice.
said that's not a very wise idea because when you look at the length from the main street to here, you're gonna get backed up way too fast.
Right.
Yeah,
And that we would not be able to handle that traffic through here.
Because right now,
Which that's why they keep
that's
looking
backing
at
up.
Church Street because you've got
Yeah.
definitely more space
Make a
between
variance.
the highway and Church Street for people to turn in and go out. technically that's where the light should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
If they're like, if they left here and they're heading towards McDonald's, and they're in the middle of a highway, the speed limit's 50 miles an hour, and then they're crossing over oncoming traffic, that in itself is incredibly dangerous. People are going 50 plus miles an hour, and they have to stop because somebody in front of them is turning left there, and that just seems incredibly dangerous to me.
I imagine how the people feel that live on 50.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
I was one of those.
I'm sure.
that's, you
I
know,
can
because
tell
we
you
have a
all about
lot
that.
of citizens that live right here on 50, so they deal with that on a daily.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's something to look
And
at.
the cars rock, you know, while you're sitting there waiting.
Well, this report also shows how many wrecks there's been on Secretary, First Street, Main Street, Bowman Lane. It's got all the wrecks in the last 5 years listed on these papers. But I just highlighted dining because when that wreck happened on the 20th, I thought, there's gotta be something done. I mean, when I was on council back in the 80s and 90s, we tried, ODOT would not listen, didn't we? We tried to
still
get them
don't
to
really
do
listen.
something, and they still don't listen.
I went to ODOT, sat down with several people there, and they do the virtual tours. They're like you in a car, you know, they take you all over the state. And I told them, I said, I don't have to tell you guys the figures, you know the figures
They know,
there.
it's printed.
Yeah, you know
This is
the
only
figures.
5 years.
And as they're saying, yeah, the optimum place to put the light is at Church Street.
It really is.
Yeah, get in, you know, people can get in, get out.
See?
But they were willing. He says, oh yeah, we don't mind making the changes. Are you guys gonna pay for it? I said, no, we're not gonna pay for it. This is US 50. This is you guys' problems. It's where you're gonna get people killed. And I told them that the first thing is that people don't realize there's an optical illusion there. You come up a hill, then you start down a steep grade to make the left turn, and when you start and you see something coming which is closer than you think, you can't gun your car because you're gonna run right across the street. You don't have many options there, and that's why we have so many wrecks. And the
It's
guy
very
said,
deceiving intersection, actually, yeah, because when you pull out, you're actually going up and down.
yeah, you are. It's like,
Well, like you said, everybody travels in that inside lane, and there's no signs coming up that says you know, like
Yeah.
down in North Bend, there's a sign before you get to the crossover to Broad Road where it says merge to the right. We don't have a sign out here saying that coming up 50.
If you
And
look
you
at-
can't turn because everybody's in that center lane.
If you look at that road where dining is,
Yeah,
that road on 50 is built like a racetrack. It's literally banked
Yeah,
like
it's
this.
banked.
So when they start coming through, they're picking up speed even faster than 50. I mean, it's like being at Talladega or something, and then you're pulling up, and then you're going down, and then you gotta get straightened out, and those guys are picking up speed.
well, the guy told me who lived on this side of town. He says, I know exactly what you're talking about. He says, I know it's an optical illusion, but why they won't do anything to help us, I
they
don't know.
won't. This is like the third time I contacted them since years ago, and this is the first time I've gotten reports.
Do you
That's
think
because I hounded
do
them.
you think that maybe we should be seeing if we could introduce COVID money somewhere, somehow? That's what I say. I often say this, we really need somebody who can look and say, hey, you know, yeah, it's an infrastructure that you guys really need to clean up. So that's something we might want to keep an eye on.
Yeah. The least we could do is get the sign back up there.
Oh, yeah.
For the meeting.
Council, go ahead and make the motion to get those two signed.
Which ones?
You want the stop sign there, and you want the
Oh, I don't know, I'm
Stay
just
on the right.
suggesting because the island's
through
empty.
traffic remain on the right. All you have to do is make a motion.
Oh, we can buy one for the highway that says merge right? Oh, I make a motion then.
Yeah.
I make a motion.
Well, yeah, I think we should kind of put it all together in a motion. Signage that we want to do, Mayor, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah.
Is that what
Sign
you want?
for stop sign and a merge right signs.
Yeah, and I think below the stop sign on the island, we should follow through with left turn with caution until we can get something
You
done.
want that one as well?
I would think so. Those 3 signs, stop sign, through traffic, stay right, is that what you're saying, Linda?
I'm not sure what it says.
It
Anybody
says
know?
through traffic remain right on.
Is that what, keep right or something? I seen it down in North Bend coming up.
Enforceable. I don't even think that's enforceable.
Not, it's not
It's not
enforceable.
Oh, no, it's not
Enforceable, but-
enforceable, but
It maybe makes somebody that knows rules to follow them to merge right.
Most people don't read
Most
that.
people don't read
We'll
the
put it out
signs.
there.
So we have,
I'll read the speed limit sign.
Are we,
Okay,
so we're
so
doing
we
3
have a
signs?
motion.
We're doing 3 signs tonight?
second, yeah, 3
You
signs.
seconded that?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Motion by Linda Martin to purchase the sign, second by Dan Billow. Any more discussion?
Did you say what the signs are
We
again?
may have some stop
It's
signs.
stop sign,
I don't know.
left with caution, and through traffic, keep right.
Second.
Correct?
And we may have some signs over in the garage, a stop sign.
Yes.
He can tell me all about
There
that.
are stop signs over there. They also have a sign, I saw it doing the haunted house that says, it's just dangerous intersection sign, so we have
Oh.
one that says that.
That's a good
How,
one
what does it
too.
look like though? Because that one looked ratty.
If they're all,
It-
yeah.
I'm not putting up a ratty sign.
I don't know, I didn't write it down. For haunted house, we
Okay,
kept
well,
stuff
we
looking
can-
as dirty
we can
as
possible
possible.
possible 4 signs.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
Possible, yeah.
Just at your discretion. Or discretion, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if we can save a couple accidents, so 5 years from now, we don't have 30-some accidents.
People don't stop
Did you
anyhow.
come across
No.
stop signs, more than one? Okay. All right. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin,
Yay.
Pam Jackson.
Yay.
Oh, I'm
Did you have
finished,
anything
thank you.
Thanks, Linda. Pam?
The only thing, a couple things, we need to reset that finance meeting.
Yeah.
Because we all forgot about it.
There's something else. You said finance. Council, I did send you those things on the trucks, the dump truck.
Yeah, I was gonna,
Thank you. I didn't know.
That was one of the things we planned on looking at that time.
right.
That and the maintenance building with the roof. That was a part of that meeting.
Yeah, that was a part of the meeting. It didn't happen or did
It
it?
didn't because I
Oh.
forgot and she forgot.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get a phone call.
I'll tell you guys, well, as far as the dump trucks go, if you're gonna have a meeting after meeting, I'm just gonna say, it may not be there if you decide on one. Because if they sell, they're not holding them.
But can't you call company, can't you call them and have them look to see if they have any distributors that they work with?
You're getting Nancy down there, ain't you?
Yeah.
And are these in stock? Is that what you're saying? These?
Those are in stock.
Okay, that was the question I had reading these.
Did you have something you want to
Yeah.
add before you fall out of your chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're where, I'm sorry, Mayor. I've talked to all of these dealers today. The one you have in front of you from Cleveland Freightliner, the truck is on the ground, but the bed is not there. You're looking at 8 to 10 weeks on that to get a bed installed. That's with a steel bed. If you want a stainless or an aluminum bed, that's going to substantially increase the cost, and you're looking at 12 to 16 weeks. Ford has the truck in stock. It is also 4 to 8 weeks out. That is both of those, the Freightliner and the Ford from Ford are both diesels. The one drawback to the diesels now, and this is for me talking to my contacts from where I used to turn wrenches on trucks, they have the new DEF fluid on those, which means that it tries to make it more environmentally friendly. If they're not driven a lot, they go into what they call a regen cycle, which means you have to drive that truck at 50 miles an hour for at least an hour. As little driving as they do here in the village with the diesel, gas would be recommended. The only truck that I have found within 500 miles of here that is ready to go, that would be ready in 2 weeks, is the one that you have in front of you from Sarchione Ford up in Randolph, Ohio. He's got an all-red F650 right now with the dump bed on it. It would be 2 weeks before they could get the salt spreader put on it, and that truck is ready to go. We would have it in 2 weeks from the day that we told him we wanted it to be $86,729 for that truck. He's been hiding it for me since last week. He said he cannot hide it any longer. So if it goes to the front and it sells, we're looking at they are no longer stocking any 2021s or 2022s. Everything they're taking orders for now are 2023s, and they will not go into production until March of next year. So basically, within 500 miles, this is what we have.
Quick question, Don. Give me the bottom line on all three of these trucks.
The Ford with the gasoline motor is 86,729.
Okay.
Your one from Fuller Ford with the diesel, it shows 105,042, but once Margret would reactivate our government pricing, which they told me how to do that, I would just put Margret in touch with the people at Ford. That would drop that one to $103,038.
Big savings.
And your Freightliner, I believe, is $95,000 or $96,000. That one's also $95,369.
Okay.
And that one right there, they actually do not have it in stock. It's on its way there, so they're counting it in stock. It could be there any time this week, and then it's 8 to 10 weeks out for a bed.
Yeah, I have a question on this particular one.
Which one?
The one from Cleveland?
Sarchioni? Or Cleveland Freightliner?
Cleveland, and there's another one too, but this one, what are the gross vehicle weight ratings on this truck?
These are all
On
under
this paper,
CDL
It
weight.
says 33,000.
They can haul up to 33,000.
No, that says, and then the gross vehicle weight, 29?
Yeah, this,
That's not what it can haul. I want to be clear that we're not getting a CDL
no,
vehicle.
these are not CDL vehicles. I told them they had to be under CDL.
Because they say that and then they're not.
Yeah, the only thing that,
The load doesn't change the gross vehicle weight rating.
the Freightliner,
That's not what it says here.
yeah, the gross vehicle weight capacity maximum will be 29,000 on that truck. That's what it could hold. But it is a under CDL truck. The only thing that it has that our trucks don't have now is that it does have air brakes.
Yeah, that wouldn't matter if it's not over the
Yeah,
26,000.
yeah, it's under 26,000. I told it, I was very specific that they had to be under CDL weight.
Because nowhere on here where it just says gross vehicle weight rating.
Yeah, the Freightliner proposals, he's been the hardest one to deal with. They're the ones that got the actual state, Freightliner got the state bid contract like Ford gets with police cruisers. But Freightliner got that state bid contract off of the procurement site. So they're used to speccing trucks and getting them in for like the state of Ohio and large counties.
Yeah.
So they've been the hardest to deal with by far. That's a diesel engine in that truck as well, which will still have the same problem with the regen. And the one from Sarchione Ford, like I said, that within 500 miles, they're the only one that has one that's ready to go. They're the only one within 1,000 miles that has a gasoline engine powered truck. Everybody else is
Actually, that's
diesel.
not that terrible.
Are these going to be able to handle our hills?
Yes.
Gasoline engine?
Yep, the gasoline engine actually.
Alleys, I guess I should say.
I also talked to the guys at Miami Township today. They've switched all of their trucks over to gas because of the problems with diesel. It's a 7.3 liter gas motor. I thought I had the
I do
horsepower.
have the specs from Miami Township on the trucks that they just purchased from Hague Ford. Margie Ober did send them to me.
Hey, is that
Yeah,
Indiana?
Hague's in Indiana.
I did check with HAG as well. They don't have this, they don't carry the 650s or the 750s. They go up to, I believe, which is what Miami Township got, was a 450 or a 550, F550. Which
Is what we have 650, Don?
yeah, we have a 650, that's what we have out there now. I know it was over 300, I believe it was over 300 horsepower that the gas motor will put out. It would do what we need it to do just as easily. The diesel just gives you more torque. May take the gas
Do you
a
have
little
anything
longer.
you'd like to add? Did you look through these specs?
Is there a need for a 650 other than just snow plowing, during the summertime? I mean,
Yeah,
can the 650 do what, the 450 get it done?
because that's an awful big truck for our village.
650 is the same size as what we got out there now.
Yeah, well, that big dump, I think, is a little
I
too
think
big
the
for our
most
village.
utilization, sometimes we go pick up our own salt.
Right.
Comes in handy. During the cleanup, comes in handy.
Yeah.
but we can make do.
With something different. Yeah, right.
And we'll pay it some other way.
Yeah. We can have salt delivered too. It might be an extra charge, but we've done that in the past, had salt delivered.
Yeah, we have, but it's really worked to our advantage to have.
Well,
be able
sure,
to
I know,
start
but
right
I'm
down here and
saying
get
that,
it.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
we have had that.
So that's something to look into.
Okay.
And we meet again,
15th.
Well, it'll give you time to
Somebody
get all
keep
your
you
ducks
safe.
in a row with all the financing and stuff like that.
do what now, I'm sorry?
I said, when, you know, to look at everything for financing and everything like that, if you're not rushing into it, it's gonna give you an opportunity to look at stuff.
Or we can make a special meeting on, well, they'll be gone. When are you
gonna have
guys
a-
leaving?
Gonna have a special meeting at some point, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Before we leave.
so maybe we could do it then. Sort of. When you're leaving, what date was it?
The ninth.
The ninth?
9.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can have a finance before that too, and maybe put both those things on the agenda.
The 9th is next Monday.
Next Tuesday.
But if we
Next
can do it,
Tuesday?
if we can get it done before that, depends on
Oh,
what,
it is Tuesday.
Oh, yeah,
what
absolutely.
Dan's doing. And then we can
Next
schedule it.
Tuesday's the 9th. isn't
And
it?
then maybe have the finance meeting Monday.
Or sooner, depending on,
Well,
They're leaving on the 9th
I
is
mean,
what
I
they're
got all
saying.
kinds of stuff going on, so. I mean, I didn't get to half the stuff today.
I mean, I plan to have what I'm done, barring anything, by the end of the week. Yeah.
So could you meet on the 8th?
Sure.
I mean, if, maybe you have a meeting Thursday?
yeah, that's possible.
I mean, I can't, I
Yeah,
really can't do it any sooner
Thursday,
than Thursday.
Linda?
What day is it?
Thursday, the 4th,
What time?
well, you're both retired, aren't you? So
Oh, yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
9:30.
Would be after.
I'm retired, but I'm unavailable from 8:30
Oh, I
to
know.
2:30.
I know.
Only when school's in.
Maybe we could have it afternoon, after 12.
Yeah,
After
Oh,
12.
yeah.
That way I make sure my,
Yeah, say
Oh, my
maybe
goodness.
1:30.
1:30, that's fine.
Was 1 good?
Yep.
one's fine. Should be,
Okay.
and that's on that.
It's on the budget or on the current appropriations, because we gotta back stuff out. We gotta back out the monies that we thought we were getting for
Right.
road work and that we're not gonna get until the first of the year.
Right.
So it's gotta come out of the budget.
Yeah, we talked about all that before, but
And-
yeah, I understand.
And you need to look at the other different things that are in here too. We gotta make sure that there's money still in there for the new guy, for his insurance, things like that.
All right. And then we'll have the
Right.
special counsel on.
Well, and I think we'll need to review the roofing thing again
Yeah,
because
well,
that's been
that's
sitting for
yeah.
a while.
Well, it's, you gave them to him like 2 meetings ago. So that's one of the things that was gonna be at that last one too. So, and we'll just get it posted for, those things. And just have-
What day is the 8th? Is it a Monday?
The 8th is Monday.
And then we're gonna try to meet on Tuesday?
Well, Dan and them leaves on the 9th,
No.
right?
Well, then that's
So
not gonna
we'd
work.
have to meet on Monday.
That was
Okay,
my point.
later on that night?
Well, are we meeting during the day on Monday?
Yeah, the
What?
finance.
Well, I thought we just set that for Thursday.
That's what I was saying. What day was that? Was that a Monday is what I asked?
Thursday.
It's Thursday
this
the
week.
4th.
This week.
Okay, that's where the computer, because she was asking me too. I said, we're back and forth on all these dates here. Thursday the 4th
At 1.
at 1
And
p.m.
then I thought we would do a special meeting on Monday if we could, to get
Yeah, keep the
Andy's thing
special,
taken.
yeah, keep the special meeting in place.
Are we gonna do 6 or 7 on Monday? Are we gonna go
I'm
with
always
7?
good for 6 if possible.
Well,
Or 5 or 4.
Nobody's working
Everybody's
anymore.
not
Not working, so.
Bob.
I wish I was.
Yeah, I meant as far
Or
as,
something else, but hey. But no, yeah, Monday, I'm good with 6
we just need
o'clock.
to check with August Bob.
Yeah. He usually likes later in the day.
Is
So-
it something that we really need to have him for or not?
Well,
Technically, probably not.
well,
Probably not.
just don't know if something comes up.
So on the 4th, when you have your
If we can
finance
put him on
meeting,
speed dial.
Yes.
you're gonna take care of the trucks or whatever.
Trucks.
He can just stand by
Roofing.
on it.
Monday.
Roofing for the maintenance
Monday.
garage,
Mhm.
because it's leaking. We have some quotes on it. And then to go back through and see what purchase orders we've got open, what can be closed, and if there's anything that we have to have for the remainder of the year so we can close things out and we don't do any purchasing after that date that we set for November the 15th.
I guess the main thing will be to get those trucks rolling.
Well, yeah, that's.
Before it snows.
Yeah.
I mean, we could still make do. It'll be slow.
Or they'll be throwing it out the back of the,
Slinging it up.
Well, they've done
Slinging it.
I'll just put a little elf in the back of the 250.
So he mentioned something about a 450. Does that mean that Don's gonna get something on a 450 too?
I can look at 450s or 550s for council. The problem is that we're running into is they are just as scarce as the big ones.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
lucky that, like I said, we're lucky that this 650 hasn't sold yet.
We pretty much wanted to.
I'll send him the email and let him know.
Personally, at that
Say-
650.
I'll see if he can try to hide it for y'all for another week. I can't guarantee it though.
If it sells, it sells. I mean,
There's somebody out there who's got a truck we can buy. We'll find him somewhere.
We talked about it, what's the other thing? There was something else. You had something else. What was it, Linda?
I had some,
You asked
oh,
me and I was like,
oh,
I have it written down.
I had asked her if the church over here had been brought up.
if it's been brought up, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, since September, when I came on as a fill-in council person, I've heard of the church being sold
Mm-hmm.
and rumors around about a gym, but when we started getting the Gmails about it, it's got a lot of information on it about what they want to put in over there. I didn't think it was run by council.
It has, as far as I know, it's not been ran by council. It has to go before the planning commission.
Right.
Before anything is done, and I don't know, what is the status of the planning commission?
Well, Linda's sitting right there. So I don't know if you can do the commission and be a council member.
I thought I was off
Well,
that right now.
Jackie
Jackie took
Ledbetter,
she's
had it.
filling in my position.
if you so
Okay.
choose.
I don't really care.
Is Ron
If that's
still,
what-
is Ron still around?
He's moving.
But is he
He's
still,
moving
but is he still on the committee?
Until he moves.
until we move.
No, my thing is, I've heard about
And
it,
Jennifer was
everybody
on.
in town knows about it, but I've not heard it strictly come to council. I know Dick Weber said they can have a dumpster. I haven't heard anything since I've been on council since September about, hey, we bought it, we want to put a gym in it.
So that's what the email was.
That's what I
about all we
mean, but it's
know.
never
That's all
been-
what Dick's
That's all
been-
we know.
I mean, that's not.
That's all we
yeah.
know.
I mean, we have to get them to the planning commission
Right,
first.
that's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
has to go through channels before Dick can tell them they can do anything, right?
Well,
I don't see where they couldn't clean it out.
Oh, they,
I mean, they bought the place.
Well, yeah, they can clean it out, but, I mean, in
As
these,
long as they don't make changes until.
that's
they
what I
bring
was
a
gonna say,
business
the
plan.
papers that I run off, I mean, it's,
did you get an email from Dick?
yeah, with all the stuff on it.
With-
and then I
with-
forwarded
with
the
where it
email that I
stands?
got from Dick, and one from the lady who come back to me
Right.
and said something about, sorry, there was something left off of an email, and I sent that to Dick and everybody else.
Right.
I'm sure everybody got it.
Yeah,
I got it, but I
she,
couldn't open it, so I had to
Oh,
open it on
really?
another computer.
well, she put down every detail, how long it's gonna be open, what she
that's all
wants to
that
do, and
It was a
everything.
business plan.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Dick asked for that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but it,
It won't come to council until it goes to the commission.
Yeah.
Planning commission, and planning commission comes back with their recommendation to council.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just asked because I seen all this information, I thought, nobody said anything about it.
I wish they could function on their own sometimes.
Is it even
So-
zone business?
Huh?
Is it even zone business?
That I don't know either.
And that's
the
why we
very
need to
first
come to
thing.
the commission, we need to
Yeah.
look into the property and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Before he makes any, and he tells them anything else they can do, hopefully. Just clean it out. I mean, I don't see a
Well, we
problem with
shouldn't be
that.
telling them they can do stuff. It should come to you guys and your
That's the-
recommendation goes to council.
That's what I'm asking. Heard him ask anything.
We present it to the
Oh, well, I
commission.
guess whenever they make a planning commission, we'll know and it'll be posted and discussed.
I didn't have anything else, Mayor.
All right.
Did I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
Motion to adjourn by Ann, second by Dan Pillow. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yeah.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Linda Martin,
Yay.
Ann Jackson.
Yay.